What's up, mobile pits and wall callers? Welcome to the stream, and I guess I hope y'all will enjoy this. What the freak's going on here? I just got a notification from Twitter. So tonight or tomorrow, we are getting a new. We are definitely getting a new season added on to this. There's going to be season 7 and 8 for this update, and then next season, season 9 and 10. I'm looking through all this. Lewis Hamilton? Hold on, who the freak did? Why does it look like something between Deadshot and freaking Black Panther? There's an Astro doggy! The glider has a little doggy on it. And the sword don't look too bad. That looks kinda nice. Not gonna lie. Is this like a singer or something? I don't know who this is. So tomorrow we are getting the Flint Knock, the Quad Launcher, even though some people are calling the Quad Crash a Quad Launcher. Y'all are gonna have to get that fixed. The minigun is coming back. I don't know what else. It's no other images at the moment. But I'm excited for that. Turn my audio all the way down, clicking on my stream. And plugging in my phone and hoping to God it stays charging the entire time. But this should be my creative island plot. So by loading into this, I should be loading into my island. If it doesn't load me into mine, I'm just going to leave it, and then I'm going to have to go back into creative, set it up right, and then get on there. For some reason, the minimap is bugged out if you go to Creative Royale. Which, as y'all saw that, well, y'all probably haven't even seen that. Y'all might know about it, but it shows the map from last season thrown onto the minimap, which is kind of strange. Which, I think the game still registers that we're playing on that map and not the OG island. Just saying, that's probably bugged. Thank God there was a bug there. Now I can play this. December 6th. I mean, I haven't played a lot of these. Fort Who I've played. Is there a way to check out the island beforehand, get a look at everything, and then you'll play all that stuff before that? Because if they're doing just creative stuff, and I just... Well, no, it's probably an award for Creative 2.0, but all I'm saying is, the imposter game is a whole lot more fun than that. Even though there is a bug where the pizza stays as your permanent quest. I don't like that it stays as your permanent quest. I've already been working on this island for a bit. I've deleted none of the chests, but they should only drop heals. Like no weapons whatsoever from those. I don't know if the supply drops will drop the weapons that I give to people, which are mainly just melee weapons or mobility items that help you move that are kind of like weapons. I honestly don't know if those will drop. You don't have infinite ammo, none of that stuff. Actually, I don't think I even turned off infinite ammo because I had to go and damage myself with a rocket at one point just to go make sure that some items were shield and health, or if they were just straight up health or just straight up shield. But I did organize everything into supply drops. I randomized the loot. I just ran around to random ones, drop loot, and that's it. In only one drop, there will be the Infinity Blade, along with health and shield, I believe. That's going to be the most overpowered one, unless you got something like the turret. And yes, the turret is going to be available in drops that have certain items. Not all the weapons in the drops are going to be randomized, but I do want it to be randomized throughout each and every one, to where it's like, oh yeah, randomized loot out of all this stuff. It's not going to be billed for the first try, but it will be billed for the second try, and I'm going to have it to where the max amount of mats is going to be 200 or 250. Half the amount that we have today. That way, it can be a fair battle between everybody. There will be keys in the supply drops. I did not pay attention to that, and I need to go ahead and add other items where you would have to pay with keys to go get the one item, have it where it's enabled, then it disables after you're done vending it. And see, we got all these things here. We got a ranged weapon, which is technically a melee weapon. Rockets in each and every one of these. Keys in each and every one of these. And everyone's got mobility items and such. So people can choose what they want from the supply drops, because it's the max amount of one thing that you can get. Each one has, each one of these right here, each one has rockets. Because some people can get the shockwave launcher out of some of these. I think it's that one, or some other one. Each one has those. You also get 2 bushes, I believe, which I think is the max. Boogie bombs, all this stuff. And you'll also get the falcon and all that. That way you can go ahead and spot enemies. Flare guns are also randomized throughout this, to where there's only 2 of them. If you kill somebody with one, I don't know if it refreshes, because I don't have that set up. But I'm going to do a test to see if one of these, I'm going to do it with this one. It's taking me a minute to load in. I'm in mine. What is going on? I don't know if fall damage is on. I know it should be on soon. I'm gonna have multiple of these down on the ground. And this will be able to get landed on, but this is just the test part.
Hey.
Hello. I don't know what the other ones are set to. Oh, they just spawn randomly around the island. Don't know why these landed over here, but okay. Yep. Spawns in with one item. Okay, so it spawns in properly with these. Vendetta Flopper, which marks the nearest enemy. This. Trading that out with this. No builds, I forgot. Structure damage should be allowed, what the freak? There's no building. This is Greasy Grove, but it's literally this one area, and I know chests are supposed to spawn. I did choose no loot, to be honest. Which means more than likely it probably didn't spawn anything. I need to change it to where it's certain loot. End game. Return to island. It should fix the bug that's going on here to where it won't let me do creative stuff. And if it don't, then I think it's just a bug in general. There it goes. Oh, wait. Leg. But all these are going to be randomly thrown around the map. Y'all got to go to one in order to get it. And I'm going to place like 3 or 4 in every location. So y'all would have to wait for the drop or something else. I don't know how to destroy this, to be completely honest. I accidentally threw down a present here, not realizing it was something else, but also here, there's this. No loot. To big battle loot. What is big battle loot? Heisted estate. What? Is it this, or this? And y'all can see it's the old map from the last one. Now if I start a game, I will get randomized loot down there based off of what's up here. Now personally, I'm gonna have to go and copy all these and bring them around. This won't be published yet. Yeah, there's that one. I don't think that's the one with Infinity Blade. I think this is the one with the... Yeah, that one's the one with the Mythic Shockwave Hammer, Bird, all that kind of stuff. This has Shield Breakers and that. So I'm going to save that one for tomorrow. I'm gonna copy it anyways. Now, I don't know if there's certain settings for supply drops here. There's not going to be bots in here, so we don't have to worry about that. Wildlife can spawn. No bosses. Wildlife can spawn. Loot from wildlife, aka freaking any kind of meat or shields can come from them. Chickens, yeah, all this stuff is turned on. I don't know what's going on with that. I think it's the wrap I have on that's bugging it out. But that's literally it for all this. That means all this works. And the one with the blue katana, I believe, is this one. So this is the one that spawned in last. Kinetic boomerang. This one has the hammer. So it is randomized loot, but I don't want it to spawn out here. I want it to spawn over there. And on Loot Lake, I wanted to be the Infinity Blade for right now. But I wanted to be the Sword in the Stone, not a supply drop. So I can get rid of the Infinity Blade and replace it with a different one. That's literally one that I already added to something else. And yeah, turrets are inside one of these. I don't remember which one. Oh yeah, Zap Traps. I remember those from Season 10. I don't know if those existed before then, but there's a no placing down traps option, which kind of sucks because I don't know if it works. I don't know what this does exactly. We already have the suppressed AR. Is this like the OG suppressed AR? Also, I could add in basic sword, basic hammer. But also it barely does any damage, I'm pretty sure. I'm only using healing items and mobility items and melee items. I was thinking about adding this in or this in, because this recharges, I think only has 3 shots. And then this one, you need to take in resources in order to shoot it. I was thinking about these two. I was thinking this one mainly because you do have to go get the resources for it to fill it up. And it only gets like 3 shots. It is explosive damage, but it's really hard to hit somebody with this properly. I'm making this map, one called Spray and Pray, which is going to be a... You pretty much shoot with anything that can spray. Anything that shoots fast enough. I already got these two added in there. I don't know about this. This, I feel like is going to be too much. I added this because it's super hard to hit somebody with this. And whenever I add in the build version, it's going to be super easy to go get materials with this. I added in this so you can go mark enemies. And I believe this has rockets. And if not, it reloads automatically. Let me see. My island settings. I need settings. What happens if you shoot them both? I was just wondering. Also, I don't know if we're going to use that. Yeah, spawn pads over here would be smart. This is going to be not person. I don't know if name tags are enabled for this stuff. I know I can get over here pretty easily. I already said. Now I'm gonna do a test of 20 people. Eleven, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This is just going to be test. This is just going to be test number 1. This, oh yeah, it's everywhere. So people have a chance to spawn anywhere on the island. And then when the battle bus takes off, they go off this way, because the battle bus will pick them up and take them off this way. Now, I will make it to where there's a certain time to where they can run around before the battle bus takes off and before they even run off. Spawn area is going to be over here for them. Right there's where I keep all my stuff. Now if I leave them there, that's going to be a problem. I need to test and see how this works. Now problem for me, okay, it says problem on broadcast and stuff. That's not what I was going to talk about, but okay. Seeing I am prone to walk around even though I don't need to, I'm leaving my character right here in the corner. I will look at this stuff. Now I'm going to set up XP for each and every one of those. I don't like that floor loot doesn't count towards anything else besides possibly weapons inside this thing, like weapons, heals, other stuff. It doesn't let me drop anything into this. Which Fortnite, I would love to be able to go and see like, oh yeah, floor loot spawns randomized all around the map. And then you just place the items that you want as floor loot into this. Items that you want as randomized chest loot into this. And then you get to choose one weapon, one mobility item, one heal, whatever. Make it where that works, okay? Because I'm very confused on how that works. Firefly spawners. I was going to have like special item spawn things. If I look around, I have air vents to prevent you from taking fall damage. If you look here, these don't give out XP. There's chests. Right here, this is a chest. Why is that not working? Why is that open? That's not supposed to be open. I gotta go look at the loot table thing. Allow items and loot. Allow consumables and loot. Allow heals and loot. Allow shields and loot. Weapons are turned off and loot. Mainly because I don't want people getting literal ARs and stuff inside here, and I don't know how to control that to where it's certain loot. Allow ammo and loot, yes. Mainly because you could also get rockets. That's the only other reason. Whoa, what the freak? Oh, I thought one of those things loaded in. Also, easy way to get down. This. Instead of breaking the floor like some people have done already this season. You break that, you fall down, you take fall damage, you possibly die. So far, it's 20 people. Every person's going to be on their own because it's going to be like a solo battle royale. And then eventually, I'm going to do solo, duos, trios, and squads all together. Up here, I want to destroy everything up here besides the top section of all of it. I want to destroy everything that's on this island besides the rocks and the chests. I want to have it where there's literally nothing going on here besides other stuff. I need to go ahead and set up those supply drops. I was going to go up here for it, but I feel like right here is much more flat. Actually, no, I think on the ground over here and tilted might be better. Because there's a whole lot more room here. That's not where I put it. I may have accidentally destroyed the Diplodocus, by the way. I went just flying around, going to go place down launch pads. I placed down a launch pad right by the Diplodocus and it broke it. I made a mistake. And there's no way to bring it back unless I reset the entire map, which means deleting all of this and having to start up from scratch again. All of this is organized. I don't want to have to go through this again. Even if I have it saved, I don't want to go through it. So if I start the game now, all this should be randomized around the map. But I gotta set up accolades. No, why is it that drops are on? So that's gonna be for supply drops here. And then I'm going to set up an animal thing. This one is going to be labeled "Things are getting hot" for one of these. This one's going to be labeled "Things are getting hot." Probably going to be called Huntsman or Battle Ready or something. There. So that's all these separated. These are going to spawn around wooded areas. Over here a little bit. Just around the map, randomly in wooded areas. Mainly in there. Where's the other place? Over there. A whole lot up in there. Some over there. A lot in there. Some around Haunted Hills. Let me look. Pleasant. Yeah, Haunted's back there. So yeah, back there. So this is going to be connected, all of these. I'm going to name this, just so it helps out with it, A1. This one. A. That one's A2. A3. So I have all three of these labeled. All these will be set to A1. When they get opened, they transfer to A1, and that's whenever people get XP, because all these will be linked to this one. But it's only going to be to the person that opens it, or to the team that opens it, not to everybody in the goddamn place. For every elimination, that's going to be medium XP, small XP for fireflies. For an elimination, that's going to be large XP, and for grabbing one of... Actually, no, for an elimination, extra large XP, and then this for just large XP. Now, I'm going to have to get the elimination thing up and coming. Here it is. Elimination Manager. I'm going to set that to 0. Or O. That makes this A4. A4. So A1 through A4. I see Q monster spawner, that's it. I don't know if you can set up certain loot for every time you eliminate a Q monster. And these will touch onto a solid surface that they can actually land on, not water. So hopefully you will be able to find them. Now I don't know what would happen if I had them all spawned here, but something will happen. Name. Battle ready. This one's just going to be large. automatic. Icon, none. Gameplay only. Triggering player on. Select the team. Yes, so is that one. So if the team is there, so that's good. Running class, any. Is that? Only if I'd done this beforehand, I would have known. On open, device, A1, function, award. Yes. Oh yeah, I didn't even change. Well, I'll end up doing that in a minute. Do, 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 do. Award. Yes. On open, select A1, this, award. Yes. And I just got the middle row. Select device, yes. Then do do do. Y'all can see what time it takes to go do this. So all these are set up right. And this is set up properly, except I need to now go and change the type of supply drop it is. Old school. 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 Okay, so all these are set to old school. Now what else? Which means you still have to wait for this. Also, I heard that this one don't dance. Fortnite, fix it. That's all of this done. So it's randomized through where it's going to land on the island. Firefly, that is A3, so I need to worry about A2. I'm trying to remember what I said before. I don't know what the name is. Oh yeah, there it goes. Yeah, this can be medium. Automatic, none. Is there one of a supply drop? Did I already pass it up or something? I'll set up another one for this to where it's if someone tames an animal. Just random. Biome variant, classic medieval, snow. Spawn count. Total spawns 10. Spawn on timer. Off. Tamed from distance. Custom damage. Custom damage to player. Taming enabled. Can drop loot. Yes. Writing enabled. Starting energy. I ain't messing with that. As long as you're standing still, as soon as you interact with it, you shouldn't move. A5. Ooh, they added the wild wasps. Yes, I love that. A2, A5. This one's A4, right? That's the last one I screwed with. Yeah. So when doing this, Uneliminated, send to A2 award. Untamed, send A5 award. So that will make sense, because you tame it technically. Whenever it gets eliminated, it's called Huntsman. No matter if it's tamed or not. Elimination stuff, I'm not going to worry about that just yet. Small. If there's none that looks like fireflies, I'll go back up to the beetle looking one. Now there should be one of these. And 2 accolades, I believe, kind of like the other one. Yeah. Target type, players only. Random drop. Drop chance, 100%. Random spawn distance. Run over pickup. Item scale, bonus ammo. Selected teams. I guess it's not that, it's this. A4 award. I don't think I even came up with a name for this yet. What would be a good name for this? For the elimination stuff. Oh, hey, Chris McMichael, how you doing? Trying to think of a name for it. This. One down. Splash size. I know I've seen it. It better be in here. Unless I passed it up and I'm just blind. Either it looks like a hit marker or it looks like a scope. One of the two. There it is, the parachute one I wanted. There it is. So for the supply drop. I think that's it for that. Did I forget I had drops on? I think I forgot I had drops on. Or I didn't have drops on. Where is it? There it is. It's random. Viking Village, I still haven't set one up there. There hasn't been one over there lucky yet. Over here, I'll place one down right there. It can be literally any kind of animal, tameable or not. That should be that. And supply drops will spawn randomly around the map as well. We go back to tilted. So I don't gotta worry about supply drops or the elimination stuff. This all should be invisible to the player. Okay, let this all load in, and my stuff, yeah, should be right here. Heavily wooded areas. Right here will be a good spot. Right here. Oh yeah, back here, because there's a lot of trees and stuff there. I don't think I spawned an animal back here at all.
Hi.
Hello, fly. Gonna spawn one here.
How are
or
you today?
Doing good right now. I'm just going back, going to pick up that firefly thing, and then I'm going to be heading off, dropping it off. I'm going to make it where loot's practically available for everybody in this one, but it's only throwable items or melee items. There's someone there, and having a search around. I was heading over this way, yes. Yeah, the temple area. I don't know if I set up any animals over here, to be honest. I feel like I should have, if I didn't. Tomorrow we're supposed to get planes, cannons. Where was I going? Oh yeah, I didn't even go over here to go drop off any animals either. I need to do that. It's mainly in wooded areas. 3 there, around the bunker. Wait, that's too close. And also, where is it? Over here. That should be it for those. Now, where's the animals? Because I just placed one down. Couple locations I still haven't placed one of these down at. Did I place one down in Salty? I did not, I don't think. So that goes there. This retail. Go over here. 2 locations I didn't set it up in. It's all randomized animals, so you can have tameable item like creatures, or not non-tameable creatures, pretty much. Oh, whoop whoop, there. Spawn there. Have one over there. I'm gonna spawn one down there. One there, and then one here. There should be one at every location besides racetrack, which I just remembered. That should be over at Salty, yeah, already done there. All that's left is racetrack, the only place where I haven't placed many down. The one at Wick's house. Also, chests are now enabled here, so that's good for that. Then the Kevin spot. And supply drops will be spawned randomly around the map. I should spawn in a whole lot more of those. That way it's like, oh yeah, hey, we registered that all these are here. Let's go ahead and spread them around the island. Should be right here. Yep. All these are randomized things. Animals randomized. Eliminations, not really. So if you kill an animal, it gives you Huntsman, which is A2. A5 will be if you tame an animal. That should be that. So we get sky jellies, wolves, boars, raptors, chickens, wild wasps, which I didn't even know they added. See? So these are all randomized around the island. These are the supply drops. I do have it to where they go somewhere randomly on the island. If two of them spawn by one another, it will bug one another out. Which one is this? I gotta see what the weapon is. It's all randomized loot. Some damage players, some heal players, and some are just melee weapons, such as this. We only get one Infinity Blade, and I can't remember which one that is. So before I do that, 3, 6, 9, 12, or not 12, 3, 6, 9, 11. And there's supposed to be 20 players. So I gotta double this except for the Infinity Blade, which only spawns in one. So if you find the Infinity Blade, you found the most overpowered one. So I'll select everyone but the Infinity Blade and then copy, paste right beside it. Infinity Blade there, so it's all of these except for that corner. So now I gotta reselect all these. You. All these are set to go around the island all the time, so it's randomized on what loot you get, really. So you don't know what kind of one you're gonna get specifically. So it's all randomized, it's all going to go around the island, and there's going to be 20 players in total for the test of this. Max use my butt. It's just supply drops and this stuff, and then chests do spawn, and I am going to do a test on this. So now, start game. I should spawn on the spawn island. It instantly spawns me in here. God dang it. Okay, so whenever I respawn, it should be on spawn island. So if you look around the map, they're literally spread around wherever. Only reason I'm going tilted is mainly because I know that I'm going to have to go and check and make sure it's not screwing up. Oh god, majority balloons. Majority balloons spawning out here, that is not a good sign. I'm going to have to separate some. Which makes me think that we might get a whole lot of Infinity Blade. Or one of them is going to be Infinity Blade, because they're all spawning right here. This one. Kinda... I know it's just me, I'm doing a full test here. Another boomerang. Infinite uses on this, it's perfect for it. And then I pick up hop eggs. No business turrets. What are you? Do the same thing, just spawn in the same area. Sideways scythe, but it's gray. And then for heals, I'm dropping banana flop and picking this up. See, this is good. You can either choose slurps or those. They're not supposed to bounce. Also, there's no building. I don't think you can gather materials either. Yep. I was right. Chests should not spawn any weapons, but they should spawn. See, it spawns in those things. Where the freak is the noise coming from? So just heals, mobility items, no weapons. Exactly what we need. But these are bugged. I'm going to have to separate these enough to where they're not bundled together into one spot and the game's trying to think, what should I do with this? What's the max? 60 rockets is how much you're able to hold. Jesus, everyone's going to be booking it with the goddamn launcher. Okay, so end game. Those disappear. Return to island. And I should spawn on the spawn island this time, because I set down a buttload of spawn pads up there. 20 exactly. Wait, what? What'd I spawn here? Oh, it's last location. What happened to the spawn pads? Spawn pads supposed to spawn you out there. Okay, so this didn't spawn anything. Oh god, I really wish you could connect to all of them and then just have them reset to this kind of thing. Probably gonna need a group of people to do this, so I'm gonna turn that off. Boom, boom, boom. Not that one. Oh, you know, building can't destroy things, so... I think they gotta be like apart enough to where the game can register which one is which. I'm gonna pick this up, bring this out here. Hopefully if I start it now, it won't be all jumbled together, screwing up. And this will actually work. Because I want to see if I actually get the stuff here. I'm going tilted where I know a majority of them is going to be. It's still randomized. Tilted Towers has 3 in it. So I think it's going to the most popular areas for a majority. Yeah, a large majority going tilted. Jesus freaking Christ. Look at that. Look at all them balloons. It makes sense for that one, because that one's just laying in there. But all them balloons. Also, why are these indestructible? I don't want everything to be indestructible. I just want it to where builds can't destroy anything else. I mean, they're not all stacked together, but they are all right here. Kinetic Blade's the first thing I get. That one's in the ground. That one's in the ground. That one's in the ground, but I can still search it. Boomerang. So some might be bugs, where they're in the ground. These two. Now this one. Now this one. These two are literally the exact same. So I might have to spread these out a bit more. Return to island, and it should spawn me out there where the spawn pads are, because I didn't select a different one. I didn't add a save thing to it, so it shouldn't spawn me out where I last was. Unless that's what it's trying to do. Unless that's what it's meant to do, because they have spawn pads out there on Spawn Island. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'll count these. No, I won't count these. I'm gonna assume that it ain't a major POI, so I'm gonna just spawn 4 at each POI, just placing down in the middle. So they should spawn randomly around the island. Going back to tilted, collecting another 4. I'm just doing this until there's nothing left, and then the last 2 are gonna be randomly thrown around. One, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I did Pleasant. Time to do Dusty Depot, or Divot, technically. To tilt it again, my brain does not want to work the way it's supposed to. Where the freak did I go? Tilt it over here. And it's all randomized, and I could add in vehicles as well. But that's only if I add in the build stuff. Front side of this. Nope. There, marking that so I don't forget where I'm at. The thing is, I'm not gonna do copies. I know Loot Lake's technically a major area, but I'm not gonna put it there. Tomato Temple, big enough area, I will drop them up here. Actually, the last two, I'll drop one there at Loot Lake and then one somewhere else. I'm keeping 4 here in Tilted, but I'm not going to keep them side by side to one another. And if I do, it's probably going to go here. I'm going to the desert, dropping these off. And by the way, all this is before the update. So I have a feeling that whenever the snow comes in, it's going to screw around with some stuff. But I think the island is trying to keep up with the mini-map and not the map, which is going to screw things up. Time to check. See how this does. I'm gonna be up here. Start game. See how this goes. Now they're around the map randomly. 2 over by Shifty that's already spawned in. Two spawning close to Shifty, but not close enough to where they'd screw up. Don't forget porta bunkers, porta fortresses, and such things as that do exist inside of this. Yeah, I might make it build temporarily so players can get to these. There's a red dot over there. Oh, and that was in the tree. I hope that's actually wildlife and it's not glitching out. Ooh, this is good stuff. Grapple glove, melee weapon, chuck cannon, and I will grab chili chuck splashes. Actually, instead of chili chuck splashes, I'm going to keep it like this. What are you? Ooh, yeah. Oh, okay, never mind. I see the problem there.
Hi. How
Hello.
are you today?
Oh, you already said that stuff. Relic stuff there. This is like one of the more overpowered ones. I like it. Oh, but I do need a item that will damage somebody. So, kinetic blade, come here. See, random floor loot. I like that. There's one over here. There's a red dot right here, but there's no red dot. There's nothing right here, but it says red dot. Mobility items, and you can hold up to 60 rockets in total. You can see it's all randomized. Oh, that's the mythic one too. Chug jug. If you come across the slurp, that's good for you. For now, chucking one of these down there. Setting that one up beside it. Getting back them gauntlets. I guess seeing I did say no traps. This is one of the better ones because it can hold more rockets, but 60 is the max you're allowed to hold for this. I got 2 mobility, technically 1 is damage, 1's mobility. I really want to come across the mythic one of these. Right in front of Tilted too. Yeah, those protect you from fall damage, which does exist. Ooh, mythic kinetic blade. Seeing there about mythic and exotic loadout, you get to have randomized stuff, which is really cool. This sucks. This is still decent loot. You can very well trap up whatever these are with C4 before they hit the ground. Actually, no, you wouldn't be able to. Never mind. Boing. If I allow builds and traps, which I'm going to at some point for another version, no build, we can't have traps or builds anywhere. But I feel like the zapper trap is considered a trap, so it will work together. Huh. Spawned right by one another. Grappler, all that stuff. And a briefcase. You can use the briefcase against enemy players. Better heals, but also I got this, so I'm good. Briefcase has to be one of the better ones. Give me that. Every supply drop has rockets. You can either keep the chug cannon or pick up the slurps and keep whatever other item, like this. Only people can see you are people that can see through thermal or that can have you pinged by Vendetta Flopper or Flare Gun, which is randomly distributed throughout all this stuff. So right now, this stuff is working properly. I like this. I need to test this with somebody, because I'm pretty sure Last Man Standing is a part of this. See, fall damage still exists. You can run around, do your thing. I'm not seeing any wildlife, which means it's probably bugs. But it's saying Dusty Divot's right there, by that small building that we usually go to, over that way. Legendary chest, what do we get? Shields. What do we get out of this one? Grenades. So it's just all like what I planned on using as weaponry. It's perfect. And it's still a big area. I think one supply drop should at least have... Do we have any more? Yeah, we have some up there at Loot Lake. See? Random healing items, mobility items, such things as that. Some of these might be bugged, like this one. And you can't do anything about it. I don't know why it's bugged. I don't know if it's because it's up here, but it's randomized. Also, good hiding spot if you're trying to hide somewhere, and you can place down builds wherever. Firefly jars, everything like that does come out of this stuff eventually. It's not current battle royale. It's big battle is what it's called. So you get health, shields, throwable damaging objects, and it's randomized. If you get the legendary chest, which is the blue glowing ones, you get a randomized version. Oh, see, fireflies. Collect those. You can only collect them once, which gives you one. I should change up these a bit to where they give out more than just one, but if you're ever running into somebody, just snatch one up, chuck it at them, and book it. See, normal chest. And all chests are 100%, so every chest that you know exists will spawn in here. I don't know if I got a launch pad on this island, because I started making this before the island added in. I don't know, the island's staying throughout the rest of the season. I don't know what that does, I just went through it. But it's supposed to be wild animals spawning in at any point, which means I'm probably going to have to get a group of people, give them permissions, and then let them run around and check all the animal spawns. See mushrooms right here, so if you ever add a shield, they still spawn it. That's not mushrooms, I thought that was. What the freak is this? Rocks. But only way bots can get loot is if they're searching chests and trying to get grenades and stuff. There will be no pistols, anything like that. And this has to be the most dangerous out of them all. There's no more supply drops in circle. Last two are at Loot Lake, and I'm not interested in that, which means I wonder what would happen if I was to play with someone else. So I'm ending game. Hopefully that one glitch balloon doesn't stay glitched the entire time. But that should be everything done properly, done right. I spawned up here because this is the last place I was. There are spawn pads that will spawn everybody over at the spawn island, wherever the freak that may be, because I remember Viking Village, yeah, spawn island's off. That's Viking, right? Yeah, Viking. Okay, this way. Spawn island is way out there. There's other mobility items that you can jump on, take no damage. Spawn island is out this way. Oh no, over there. Wait, what? How did it move? But this is supposed to be the spawn area. We all spawn here. We wait until the game starts. It's max 20 for right now. 20 is the max amount that we're able to hold on the island at the moment. Ooh, God. And we don't get to respawn. Once we die, we die. Which is a setting I'm about to go change real quick to make it to where we have to die in order for that to happen. This is no build, so you do get to have an extra 50 shields. If I do add in builds, it's going to be down to 250, half of what we have now, which is a quarter of what we used to have back whenever it was OG Fortnite. So there's that. If I do this, I'm going to be able to turn it on for that. Four for that. It's all going to be the same as it's supposed to be. Allowed to edit default. Building can destroy environment. Yes. Environment damage. All. Weapon destruction percentage. Or I can turn that off. I just thought about it. Traps only. Just saying that. That way I can go ahead and throw down the zapper trap, and that'll be it for that. That's for no build, because zapper traps do spawn in, and we need to be able to use them. All this stuff is on flight speed. All this stuff is just set as it's supposed to be. Now, I believe the rocket ram does exist, but I don't know which one it is. Rocket ram, I feel like, is going to be one of the better ones, because you can't just beam people out the sky. I don't know which one it is. Which one's rocket ram? Because that does exist in here. It's technically a melee weapon. It does have splash damage. Gotta look very carefully, because one of them could have rocket ram. I'm not seeing it right now, but I feel like it's already inside here somewhere. Rocket ram over there. This one. There's a flare gun. Rockets. You don't need it for the rocket ram, but it's for in case you get something else. Keys. Each one of them has Crash Pad Juniors, Rift to Goes, jellyfish, pizza, not the box, the normal pizza, hot drops, the guzzling ice cream cone, thermal fish, which will help you see invisible people, the flames, sideways scythe, don't know which rarity, and then this. So if you find the flare gun and other stuff, you got one of the most overpowered weapons for this stuff besides the kinetic blade and the boomerang. I'm deleting this stuff. Also, I threw down tires and other stuff here. So you can go run around, collect some tires from the side. Where are the tires? Tires do not exist anymore. I guess it's just those. Tires disappeared. I don't know how the freak they disappeared. The tires I threw down are gone. Player spawners are randomly placed around the spawn island. So I want it to where players spawn out here first, wait a set amount of time, and then go out. So I'm going to go back this way. Go back to the ship that's in the sky. There should be, yep, right there. You should have nothing on there now. Okay, so deployment console. No bars. Spawn battle bus for each team, off, battle bus speed, battle bus elevation. And also, I feel like there's going to be pickaxe battles until someone opens up a supply drop. So that'd be smart to go ahead and get the supply drop first. Minimum battle pass. Stuff's on auto. Glider force redeploy. That stays the same. Storm circle stays. Set profile 3. Yeah, it's gonna stay as 1. But I want there to be countdown. Countdown spawns you up on Spawn Island. Which is game settings, right? Team, default, max players. For right now, for beta, all. Max players going down to 20. Teams, free-for-all, team size, 1. Default class identifier, no class. Reverts to default class at in-game. Spawn limit, 1. Spectating. Total rounds, I'm gonna put up 100. Team rotation, disabled. In-game on match point. Team visuals determined at time limit 45 minutes. No time limit. Fastest win time. All teams must finish. No. Respawn type. Individual. Disable player collision, off, vehicle impacts. What does creative royale general suppression mean? Force start at max players. Force start delay. Allow spectating other teams. This stuff, invincibility is off. Okay, I'm just trying to set the rest of this stuff up. I know this is going to be like very boring. Ba-ba-da-ba-bum. Show elimination feed. Show party elimination feeds. If I get enough people to go ahead and play test this before I go and publish it, I can see bugs, glitches, all that kind of stuff before anything else happens. Nope, 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 nope. Description. I'm sorry if I don't know how to spell it, it's just I don't search this kind of stuff. Okay, so it's 2 P's. I don't know what the third one's going to be, so I'm just going to press that one. I might need one more person so we can go ahead and like have a couple creative things to where it looks like we're fighting. I want rift events to happen. Because I very well know the only one that's happening is the one with grapple gloves. Each location is bound to have at least 1 to 2, or actually 1 to 3 at least, at every location for supply drops. The ones at Loot Lake are kind of bugged. Don't know what to do about that. Didn't it land like right here and bug out? Oh no, that's the animal. What's supply drop? Right here. Yeah, this one's the one that bugged out. So now you don't gotta worry about this stuff up here, because this is still a lot of loot up here anyways. And if I do add in builds, which this is gonna be a different version, that's gonna be that. There. Now. Pressing back up. Save it. But it doesn't want to save it whenever I press back up. Which kind of sucks. I do like this. Kind of cool. I just wish you could swim in the water over here instead of off on the edge. And no, that doesn't work whenever you're inside of a normal game. If you go swim in the water while the game started, it'll kill you. That's why permanent rifts are forcefully thrown onto the island anyways. This ain't me, this is Fortnite. I still would have done the same thing in case they didn't do it. But still. It's forceful rifts. Infinite rifts. If you see a rift somewhere on the island, just randomly inside the center somewhere, that is a permanent rift too. It's just invisible, so you can mark it, go through it, wait for it to disappear, and then go through it again. I don't know how that works, it just works. Also, there's chests everywhere, so there's a chance you can get grenades, minis, half pots, all that kind of good stuff. There is a firefly spawner somewhere up here, yep. I have 5 spawns for that. That should be that. Now all I need is just a test group of another 19 people. I don't know what to do about the animal stuff. Bum 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 biddy bum dum 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 diddy dum dum. If I turn this off, then they spawn almost instantly, but I'd have to go to everyone I've placed down, and I don't remember everyone I placed down, so I'm going to need players to go around and keep track of them by putting down, well, not putting down anything really, but just clearing it, double checking the ones that they've done if they come across it again, and that's it. But I like this. This is cool. This is fun. Hopefully this stays as is. Why the freak is there? Why is this down here? I'm supposed to have that down there. Supposed to have one up here. Weapons, consumables. Where's launch pad? I'm going to set down a single launch pad, or two launch pads really down here. There's that one. Fell into the island somewhere, or fell down here somewhere. I don't see it. I'm trying to figure out how the tree even got on there. We got one that side. So all this needs is someone to hop up on it, and that's it. It's all holding on tight, which means it's good. So I got one of two sides. I'm going to call one alley-oop. That's what I should have done with all these, but it's just mobility items. It's not really going to help people out too much. It needs to go a little further. Thing is, you can pull your glider whenever right there. Is this one the same? With a sprint, you can go even further. That makes so much more sense there. Okay, so launch pad, and then other mobility items to help you get out of there if you need to. I wish I could copy the rifts and put them anywhere inside here, but I can't. Did I add a launch pad here? I don't think I added a launch pad here. Because I ain't seeing one. No, I added two of them. So players can go jump and take off. It's on both ends, so no one's getting stuck. And I think this update you'll see like part of the rocket built and then the other part still being constructed. And then over here, I think they're probably going to try building this back as much as possible with more support down below. As you can see, bricks, chunks of building and all that kind of stuff there. If I add in builds, I would love to add in more traps. And that's what's going to be in vending machines. I can set that up for the build version. Island UI tools description. And I am going to add a build version so players aren't getting stuck wherever they are without like having safety materials. Because zip lines already exist in here. I don't need to add them. What other devices? Because of reboot vans, which don't need to be activated at the moment. But it would be the conditional button, an item, not an item spawner, but the vending machine. So you can use the keys. Or use builds, really. And I can have it down to 50 to 200. 25 would be the lowest amount of builds I'd be able to use. You'd still be able to harvest some. That kind of stuff. Map indicator already did this stuff before. Tracker, the stuff, yeah. Already did supply drops. But it'd be vending machines and you'd be able to go buy traps. But that's not right here, not right now. Because the zap trap's in here, but it's a throwable item, so I'm keeping that in. And it says traps only for the entire building thing. Which means the zap trap should work if I come across it now. I'm doing a final test. Push over as shifty. I don't see my builds. Why do I see a gold count whenever I say no gold? Shockwaves right off the bat. And heals. Decent spot. Goodbye balloon. Goodbye battle bus. Can't destroy that. I got 2 mobility items. Sliding mantling, I think. Let's see. I can't mantle over that. What the freak? Shockwave hammer! Yes! Give me this. No, not this. This. Gimme. Which the max of that is this. Fireflies. A large majority of the map is made out of wood, so I'm using that. Give me the pack. Because if I need to, I'll use this. Right now. Shell cannon, chili chuck splashes. Other mobility items. Can we grab a glove? And for even better, shockwave launcher. Okay. Which means, can I throw you down? Yeah, I can throw you down, but that doesn't mean anything else. Zap trapper. Okay. Are you bugged? I said I can use those! I think the zap trappers just might be bugs. I can't place them down on the other builds. These plus a hammer would be impossible to beat. Two up there. Is that the same mountain or is that a different mountain? I think I'm good. This is good, so I'll swap that out. I needed to do a full test on this stuff. There's storm flips, grapple glove, or not grapple gloves, but grapple items. And there is a total of 21 balloons on the map, and only one has the mythic blade, which we can combat with this. All we gotta do is wham. And can we do that to this stuff? Wham. That destroys that. Are there any physical items that I can just chuck? You. I need to be able to throw an item. Nothing. None of these are physical items I can just chuck. Nope. Physics don't work in this one. Dang it, man. Also healing right there. You can go ahead and use the campfire only once, and that's if you're low enough health. New hiding place, I guess? Hey, Cypher! I'm just having to here screwing around. It's right here, like dead on the edge. Okay, I'll show you the exact spot, Cypher, if you're gonna ever watch this. Don't worry about that. I'm on this side of the house. Right here by this. I'll see if I can find it. Right here. You can very well hide right here. Nothing but your pickaxe out while he goes flying around up there looking around. You can be a full, like, brown superhero skin and hide right here. You can literally be Groot and hide in this spot and he probably wouldn't notice you immediately. This is a glitch spot. Oh, and you can see right there. Well, these things are like other objects? Blue Lake seems to be the main part in the circle, and this is all randomized zones, by the way. I feel like all this ended up well. Well, that sucks. So it's spawning just where it's at, not randomly. Why is this one indestructible? Hold on. Let me end game. Return to island. I'm gonna come back over here and check that one out and see what's wrong with it, because that seems to be the only one that I'm dealing with that's having that problem. This one might be the one with the infinity blade, not gonna lie. Oh wait, no, this one's the one with the... Yeah, the rocket ram. So I need to land here and check this one out. I think, yeah, this is the one I changed. Show flare when landing, yeah. So it's islands this time. Start game. I gotta fly there, to that place. So now it's randomized, but I'm gonna go over there just in case it did bug out and say, hey, yeah, it's over here. Oh, it's not at Loot Lake this time. Nice! But the rocket ram has to be like one of the more overpowered things that you get from this. Not a single thing here, which means someone's gonna have to get a chest or something. And every time is randomized loot, so it can literally spawn anywhere. And I think it's that island that keeps bugging out, putting two by each other. Yeah, that's very buggy. Sprint's just like normal Battle Royale sprint. You can't get mats, but you can break stuff. I don't know why there's a gold count. I don't remember turning that on, but okay. What's going on with the storm clouds? Wow. Very weird. Fortnite, the storm cloud animations kind of bugs. Oh, there's three right beside one another right here. Two down here. And they are randomized, so you can get random ones like this, the turret one, with the grapple, kinetic boomerang. Collect all this stuff, give me remote explosives, hop eggs. So I think the only reason it was bugs this one's new though. Shockwave hammer, witch's broom. Yes. Goodbye to you. I got 3 damaging items, and a lot of them are heals. Yeah, then that one, I think that one's to repel enemies. That one also breaks through builds. Mythic Kinetic Blade, a buddy boy. Those are perfect. all the loot is completely randomized on which one you will get. But so far you can tell, there's a whole lot of loot here. And I will add in a build version eventually, but not right now. See, ammo spawns in still. It's just weapons don't spawn in properly. Especially guns inside the game. I'm heading up to Grandma's. It's just that. It spawns in ammo and stuff because there is a chance you can get rockets. See, grenades on the ground right there. Floor loot exists. This is nice to know. This is nice to see. Now, I'm trying to figure out which one has the Infinity Blade because there's a lot of these. I'm going there. That should get me there just fine. And there's no barrier up top to stop you from doing anything, so you can very well, whenever I add in the build version, you can build up as high as you want, use the kinetic blade, use the witch's broom, and that gets you the furthest in this game. And then a little slide if you need to. Can I open it? Thank you. Shockwave launcher, the mythic one too. That's a good one. Zapper traps are still very bugged. I need a long range weapon like this to where it goes whoa, and then you can call it back and make an explosion. Throwable items, see? If Ocean's Chug Jug was in that, I would so throw it in there and then use it. But seeing it don't exist right now, inside creative, that is. Well, I was a little slow on that one. That there, that there, that there. By the time the third one's back, that's going to be ready, so I'm going to be able to use them. They randomly spawn in, so you can either go for this, or you can try getting a win on just the stuff you have. See, Shockwave Hammer. Good for mobility, good for damaging players. But I got Kinetic Blade, which also gives me shield and health back. Here, there's two of them. Literally right beside one another. Just the blue kinetic blade. You don't got the little whip serve. This is the best mobility so far that I could see. There's one right here and it's not showing up. Oh wait, it is showing up on the map. I'm just blind. You. Another mythic blade. So everybody has a chance to get a mythic at some point. That wasn't so bad, now was it? Still a good hiding spot there, so you can hide out here. If I hit that, I can very well go up higher and higher every time. There are bushes inside of some of these, all that kind of good stuff. So you don't gotta worry about it. This is made for zero build. We got more mobility inside of here. People can actually get around more. What you got in there? Shockwaves. It's not confirmed on what you will get everywhere, but it is kind of nice that you know that you're going to get loot at some eventual point. Half pipe, there. These are all randomized loot spawns. Floor loot, chest loot, all that kind of stuff, randomized. And then you don't know what kind of supply drop you're getting, but you know you're getting weapons. So that'd probably be the best shot. If you get kinetic boomerang, that is one of the best ones besides kinetic blade and business turret. But it's fixed, so I'm going to end game. Restart the game, return to lobby, and that should be it. All I gotta do now is publish this as a zero build, and then I'll be working on a build version in the current time. I will be back on tomorrow for challenges and stuff. I'm not done yet, but I will be back on tomorrow for challenges. So now, my current Battle Royale island, which is Melee Royale, where you use melee weapons and such, will be one of the others. I'm gonna check Tomato Temple. Where was that? Where's Tomato? I haven't been there in a while. Okay, over here. It's already marked. Why am I dumb? Now I'm gonna check all these because I know they're all spawned down here. Two of them spawned side by side to one another. Okay, that's good. If it says island, that's good. That means they just randomly spawned in side by side to one another. It says island. No, it says above. Island. Island. That means I'm probably missing one that says island. So that's two, and that means if there's another spawn of another one, I need to check them all again. Not there. Is that major locations? I already did that one, so that means it's not there. Ooh, umbrella! Almost forgot about that place. Checking these. Look, blue chest there, but it's randomized on what it is. Island. Island. That was, I think that might have been the last one, not gonna lie. The island. That could, I think that was the last one. It's just I didn't pay attention beforehand. Nope, there's more. Okay. There's 5 I had to deal with that said island and above. It's supposed to be island, not above, so it's randomized. I need to go everywhere where I set down one of these. I'm going to check over at Tilted. Make sure I accidentally didn't bring that back. That's island. 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 How to change that one? Over here at Shifty then, because I don't know if it's at one here. That makes 6, meaning I just fixed 6 of them that could have been screwed. Oh god, that's very buggy. Diplodocus is back! Oh, I accidentally destroyed it before. It respawned. Thank you, Fortnite, for making that change. I'm gonna check here, see if I have any of the... Yep, there they are. Checking these. Island. One of these could be a screw-up one for me. Island. And it's usually gonna be the last one. Let's see, just double checking if there's a screw up on this one. Oh, yeah. Island. It's all supposed to be island. If someone opens that, it's supposed to give out XP. I don't know why I didn't before. Here. Where's the ones out here? I could have swore I put some inside retail. Double checking these. That way I can make sure about it. It's not there, then it's probably inside the deeper forested area. No, never mind, not there. Where's... down there. I can go ahead and unmark that. Checking down here. And this should be the last one out of them, right? No, that's island. I assume this one's island. Next one. Island. Last one, I'm going to assume, is wrong. No, that's island. What? And I guess all of them, then. And I do got these where they go around randomly. People are able to get on them, go ahead and fly around wherever they need to. Once y'all reach at any point after hitting this, you can reach anywhere and then start gliding off so you're safer. So all this is random. That's nice to know. Now I can press this. Back up so it all saves. Then I can leave back to lobby so all this stuff is safe. And I go back this way to Spawn Island. Because I'm not needed up on that one. I'm needed on Spawn Island, which I will probably either spawn there or spawn over there. But I wanted to where people spawn on the Spawn Island with the spawn pads I have. How many times have I said spawn? But I want them to go ahead and do that. And then when the battle bus is ready, it takes off. Kind of like how some people already did theirs. You got no normal shields besides over shields. And I like this. This is nice. This is fun. One out of two. Target player count 20. So it's 1 out of 20 people. All this is set up right. This is testing. It's me and 20 other players. I get feedback on what happens, what's going on with bugs and glitches. That's only in my map. And all the rest of this seems to be perfectly fine because loot just spawns right. Is it 100%? Oh wait, no, 100% whenever the game started. Okay, I'm stupid. You know what chest is? That's where it is, and I have